Across America, both violent and property crime rates are on the rise, and it's reshaping the landscape of where families choose to live. In 2023, the nation faced an astonishing 5.7 million crime reports, highlighting a year of significant challenges and urgent issues. Curious about which states are the most perilous? Discover the 10 most dangerous states in America. 10. Missouri. Missouri, home to nearly 6 million residents, experienced a startling surge in crime during 2022. Reported incidents climbed to a staggering 210,124, marking a disturbing 4.6% increase compared to the previous year. In 2023, Missouri continues to grapple with significant crime challenges. Estimates indicate that there will be a total of 91,000 violent crimes this year. Property crimes saw a more significant rise, around 5.9% compared to violent crimes, indicating a rate of 24.53 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Motor vehicle theft is also on the rise, with a 4% increase compared to 2022. When examining overall crime rates, Missouri is in a concerning position. The state's crime rate is higher than 19% across the nation. For residents, this translates to a 1 in 31 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 55 chance of facing property crime specifically. Are you truly safe in your own home? Searqle will help you uncover the secrets of your neighborhood by simply inputting your zip code and state, and you'll get detailed information about criminals, including criminal records, details of their sexual offenses, mugshots, addresses, and even their proximity to your location. It's a tool to help you make informed decisions about your safety and that of your loved ones. Check out Searqle now. Link in the video description. 9. California. According to data released by the California Police Department, the total number of crimes reported in 2022 reached a staggering 829,584, marking a 9.6% increase compared to the previous year. In 2023, California continues to struggle with significant crime issues. Current estimates suggest that the state will experience approximately 492,000 violent crimes this year, translating to a rate of 12.6 violent crimes per 1,000 residents. When considering the violent crime rates, California finds itself in a precarious situation. The state's violent crime rate surpasses that of 39% throughout the United States. For those living in California, this means a 1 in 45 chance of falling victim to either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 116 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 8. Oregon. In a striking revelation by the Oregon Police Department, 2022 witnessed a dramatic rise in crime, with reported incidents soaring to an eye-popping 150,584. This figure not only underscores a significant challenge but also represents a troubling 11% uptick from the previous year, painting a stark picture of the state's safety landscape. In 2023, Oregon faces ongoing crime challenges. Projections suggest that there will be around 72,000 violent crimes this year. Property crimes have seen a more notable increase of about 7%, leading to a rate of 17 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has risen by 5% compared to 2022. When looking at overall crime rates, Oregon finds itself in a troubling situation. The state's crime rate surpasses that of 20%. For residents, this means there's a 1 in 30 chance of falling victim to either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 57 chance of experiencing property crime specifically. 7. Pennsylvania. According to data released by the Pennsylvania Police Department, the total number of crimes reported in 2022 reached a staggering 481,481, marking an 8% increase compared to the previous year. In 2023, Pennsylvania is still facing formidable crime challenges. Projections suggest there will be about 159,000 violent crimes by the year's end. Property crimes, however, have seen a sharper increase, rising by approximately 19%. This translates to a rate of 24.53 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft is on the upswing, experiencing a 12% rise compared to 2022. When looking at overall crime statistics, Pennsylvania finds itself in a troubling position. The state's crime rate surpasses that of 22% across the country. For Pennsylvanians, this means a 1 in 27 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 42 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 6. Tennessee. In 2022, Tennessee experienced a significant surge in crime, with the number of reported incidents skyrocketing to 280,000. This staggering figure marks a 7% increase from the previous year, according to the Tennessee Police Department. As we move through 2023, the state continues to face daunting crime challenges. Projections suggest there will be around 112,000 violent crimes by the year's end. Property crimes have seen an even steeper rise, increasing by approximately 15%. This results in a rate of 23.53 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has climbed by 17% compared to 2022. When we look at the overall crime rates, Tennessee stands out in a worrying way. The state's crime rate is higher than that of 25% across the country. For residents, this means facing a 1 in 25 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 40 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 5. Washington. In the year 2022, Washington experienced a notable spike in crime, with incidents reported reaching a striking 347,826. This significant figure represents a 14% increase from the previous year, according to data from the Washington Police Department. As we move further into 2023, the city continues to grapple with its daunting crime issues. Projections indicate that violent crimes will number around 151,000 by the end of the year. Property crimes have also surged sharply, with an approximate 19% increase, leading to a rate of 27 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Moreover, motor vehicle theft has risen by 21% compared to 2022. When examining the broader crime rates, Washington stands out in a concerning manner. This means that residents face a 1 in 23 chance of becoming victims of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 40 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 4. Arkansas. In 2022, Arkansas saw a dramatic increase in crime, with reported incidents soaring to 136,364. A staggering 5% rise from the previous year, according to the Arkansas Police Department. As 2023 progresses, the state continues to grapple with these daunting crime challenges. Projections estimate around 51,000 violent crimes by the end of the year. Property crimes have surged even more steeply, increasing by about 13%, translating to 26 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has risen by 14% compared to 2022. When examining overall crime rates, Arkansas paints a concerning picture. The state's crime rate is higher than 32% across the nation. For residents, this means facing a 1 in 22 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 36 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 3. Colorado. In 2022, Colorado witnessed a significant surge in crime, with reported incidents skyrocketing to 285,714. An alarming 8% increase from the previous year, as reported by the Colorado Police Department. As 2023 unfolds, the state continues to confront daunting crime challenges. Projections suggest that by year's end, violent crimes will reach approximately 98,000. Property crimes have seen an even steeper rise, increasing by about 16%, resulting in a rate of 28 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has climbed by 9% compared to 2022. Overall, Colorado stands out worryingly in crime rates. The state's crime rate is higher than that of 36% across the nation. For residents, this means a 1 in 21 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 32 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 2. Louisiana. In 2022, Louisiana experienced a notable spike in crime, with reported incidents soaring to 236,835. marking an 11% increase from the previous year, according to the Louisiana Police Department. As we move through 2023, the state continues to grapple with significant crime challenges. Projections suggest that violent crimes will total around 99,000 by the end of the year. Property crimes have also seen a sharp rise, increasing by approximately 12%, resulting in 29 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has risen by 17% compared to 2022. When examining overall crime rates, Louisiana stands out as particularly concerning. The state's crime rate is higher than 40% across the nation. This means that residents face a 1 in 19 chance of becoming victims of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 33 chance of encountering property crime specifically. 1. New Mexico. In 2022, New Mexico saw a dramatic increase in crime, with reported incidents soaring to 156,250. A staggering 17% rise from the previous year, according to the New Mexico Police Department. As 2023 progresses, the state continues to grapple with these daunting crime challenges. Projections estimate around 42,000 violent crimes by the end of the year. Property crimes have surged even more steeply, increasing by about 14.9%, translating to 45.53 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Additionally, motor vehicle theft has risen by 17% compared to 2022. When examining overall crime rates, New Mexico paints a concerning picture. The state's crime rate is higher than 45% across the nation. For residents, this means facing a 1 in 16 chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime, and a 1 in 22 chance of encountering property crime specifically.